It's back to being beautiful and sunny and warm today in Southern California, and I want to go over the epic strike tower that we currently have. But first, as luck would have it, I have a Pyroraptor pretty close by. It's not within 50 meters, but it's close enough that I'm at least going to get some of this DNA. And we do have some things to talk about today, because while this video isn't necessarily going to be about the announcement from yesterday about new dinosaurs coming to the game, I do want to at least mention it. It looks like we're going to get a couple of unique hybrids, a couple of epics, and a couple of legendaries. I think were hinted at in Ludia's or Jurassic World Alive's tweet yesterday, so keep that in mind. And I'm relatively close to the strike tower, but not close enough that I can reach it from where I'm at. So I'm gonna go engage with that, and we're gonna talk about the best strategies for taking down this one day only fierce creature epic strike tower. So with this weekend's epic strike tower, it is 3 steps, which those typically are a little more difficult than just the single step strike tower, simply because you can't just bleed your way through it. Now, bleeding is definitely a strategy you can use, but I kind of want to go over maybe a better strategy that you can use where you don't have to necessarily rely on like bleeding out dinosaurs if you don't have the dinosaurs that can bleed. I want to be able to give you guys a resource that you can use in order to improve your chances of defeating these strike towers. Now remember, despite me going over this with you, if you just don't have the dinosaurs at the level that is required to take out what is supposed to be a hard tower to take down, then you will eventually. And just because I say this should be a good counter or be useful in this arena, if it's not a high enough level dinosaur, then A, don't use it, and B, try the tower no matter what. And if you don't beat it and you're not even close, don't waste the 200 hard cash or whatever the hard cash in order to try to defeat it. That's just going to be better for you in the long run of the game. Now, I don't want to say that I'm going to cheat on this, but I am going to use the game to my advantage here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to engage with this tower, and I'm going to see that we have a level 19 Gorgosaurus, a level 20 T-Rex, and a level 21 Irritator. So now that I know exactly what it is that I'm going up against, there is an infographic on MetaHub that you can use to help you determine what is going to be your best option for defeating a specific type of dinosaur. And since with strike towers you're able to get a little preview of what it is you're going to be facing, and I know that 2 of the 3 dinosaurs are what they call armorators or chompers, I can say that, you know, I probably don't want to use a tank or a sauropod in order to go up against these hard-hitting chompers. And in fact, I could use immunes, they're decent, but my best options are the hit and runners and the raptors. So keep that in mind whenever you're looking to put a team together. There's also Delta, which is not only a raptor, but it's also a hit and run raptor. What it's going to do is you're going to do 2 times damage on your initial attack, and then you're going to weaken your opponent to doing 50% damage on their first attack, and then you do impact and run and swap out. Remember, with these strike towers, you can set the order of the dinosaurs. So you can set it up where you go Delta into something else that is going to better be able to take on these dinosaurs. Now, when we look at Irritator, that's kind of, I think that's a cunning creature, or I don't really know exactly what category that falls under. It's going to self-buff. And so anything with nullification would be nice against that. A lot of times, they are going to use their ready to crush probably haphazardly, and so it probably is not going to play much of an effect on your tower. But when you're building your team, make sure you're building a team that can take out the majority of the dinosaurs listed. So now coming back over to our strike tower, I know that I want to use raptors, and I could definitely just use the team that I have, but I'm gonna try to make it not quite as easy. Remember, these are supposed to be difficult, so I don't want to use like a level 10 raptor just because it's a raptor. But I do have, you know, I've got blue here. It's level 16, so it's going to be under leveled for this tower. I'm also going to throw in, and I kind of want to keep like around even levels here. In impact and run, you know, I legitimately could use Paramoloch wherever, why, there it is, as an impact and run. Definitely, and it's about team level at level 20, or opponent level with level 20. I'm gonna take out my Stegodius and put in, you know, definitely bleed, because I do have these two chompers who aren't going to be able to cleanse. So definitely a bleed. And then, you know, I could put in Darwinopterus, Darwindactylus. Definitely a viable option here. So I know I said that bleed isn't great, but none of these dinosaurs that I'm going up against have immunity. That's the team that I'm going to take into this tower. And I'm going to be pretty specific about the order that I want to go in, because what I want to do is I want to lead with my Spino, and then I'm going to swap into Dimodactylus, which will probably get knocked out, but then I want to follow that with impact and run and finish off with a raptor. Let's see if I can put a string of good play together here to take out this first level. I'm going to use them in the order that I put them into my team here. So T-Rex is going to be an easy bleed here. And I'm just going to go straight for the bleed. I maybe could have survived one attack, but I'm definitely going to survive it here. Swap out. I'm doing 33% damage. Definitely going to swap out. Dimodactylus is going to do either another 20 or 25%. I think it's 25% damage on the swap in. Defense Shattering Rampage is most likely going to knock me completely out, which was not unexpected, but I also got the KO there. So it's 1-to-1. I think if you can trade, but be on the positive side of the trade, I think that's good. I'm gonna come back in with my Spino, which is going to get knocked out, but I'm gonna drop the bleed down first. I'm fully expecting to get knocked out here. And then I'm gonna leave it up to Paramoloch and Blue. I may not have enough strength to finish this off. I might have needed something a little bit better than Blue. But let's see, Paramoloch is not even gonna do 1,000 damage. That would be 14. Paramoloch has a lot of health, so I'm gonna go with Paramoloch here. Turn 1 is, I just need to survive, and I think I'm going to. I mean, barely, but I survived. They did not, and now it's 2-to-2. I have options here. I can go with stun moves, or I can go impact and run. That's gonna destroy shields, so I'm taking a gamble here. I'm going to say that I'm going to be able to stun here. And it worked, thank goodness. So now I'm going to impact and run, which is going to do a healthy amount of damage. And that's rampage and run, so it's actually 2 times damage. That should put me in position here for Blue to drop the finishing touch, as long as he doesn't hit for 2,000. On the crit even, so barely. This team probably is not going to be good enough going into the next round, but there's 1 round down, and you see, like, it took level 20 dinosaurs to get there, so definitely not easy. Gonna do the same thing here. I'm going to take a sneak peek as to what I have, and it's 20, 21, and 22. Now, Secondontosaurus is immune, so maybe bleeding isn't the best option here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jump in, and I'm gonna modify. Blue is outclassed at level 16. It's just not gonna be good enough anymore, and I'm going to try to upgrade to, I don't know where my Pyroraptor is, but I don't know. I don't know where Pyroraptor is, but I'm going to use Utah Sinoraptor Paramoloch I think is still good here. Dimedactyl, that's giving away a lot of health, honestly. I don't think Dimedactylus is my best option here. I think I should go with something, oh, Tannicalagrius is a good one, as far as if you need a raptor. Tannicalagrius could be good. Man, I just don't know, because, okay, we'll go another raptor. We'll go Pyrotator. I might be a little on the weak side here. I'm a little concerned about this, but I'm gonna give it a try. Want to bleed first, impact and run, and then my 2 raptors. And I'm starting to get to the point where I'm a little under-leveled, quite honestly. I definitely could use my higher ranked and higher level dinosaurs. I think Spinotosuchus is going to be able to survive one crushing blow here. I'm gonna see if I can't swoop and get out, putting the bleed down, getting out and saving myself for another dinosaur here, bringing Paramoloch, who should be able to survive an attack, maybe 2 attacks. Impact, this is just straight impact, which is a pretty bad move, or strike even. Ooh, okay, but I survived, so that's great. Now I'm up 1-0, which is perfect. I've still got a bleeder in the bag. Okay, it's not going to do me any good because of the immunity, so I'm going to impact and run to get out of here. I'm going to drop pretty healthy damage, almost 1700. I should be able to survive 1 attack here. Man, I'm cutting it really close. This is going to be, I'm going to use the distracting one because I had less damage to take out on the second Dodgosaurus. So now that I've left myself with options here, I can either go, I'm going to play for the stun, because if it doesn't work out, it's okay. And it did work out, so that's actually even better for me, because now I'm going to do the critical impact, which is going to increase my damage to flat out knock out T-Rex Gen 2. It didn't happen, and now I can choose anything in my bag, and I'm good to go. We'll just let Pyrotator get in here and be the last dinosaur in. I actually like this setup for this round, and I want to see what comes in that final round for the Epic Incubator, but I may just run that exact same setup again, because it has a little bit of everything. It's got the bleed, which is very useful. It's got 2 swaps, so basically an impact and run and a swap, which is nice. And let's see. Okay, so back to the original with an average level of 22. I'm gonna go the exact same route here because I liked that. I thought that was pretty good. Same wash, rinse, repeat here. If I can survive, I was cutting it close last time. So if they crit with the rate that they were critting last time, that could be troublesome for me. It's not looking good already. I really needed to survive there. Now that wasn't even T-Rex's best move. Strike here is not going to be enough to knock him out, but the bleed will. I just have to survive. Barely. Ooh, but man, I'm in a way different position than I was last time around. Last time around I had 2 weak dinosaurs, but none knocked out. Whereas here, I think I have to play for the stun. And it worked. So now the question becomes, do I play for the stun again? It is 75%. Or do I go with the rampage and run? I think I'm gonna go rampage and run. And then I'm gonna see what Utah Sinoraptor does and base my next decision off of how this plays out here. So that's a knockout, and that's a knockout. Again, I'm going to go with the distraction because it's a knockout, which is going to leave me with the higher chances. Maybe it would have been better to go the other way, because then if I got knocked out, my opponent's dinosaur would be doing less damage. Oh, this is tricky. I'm going to have to go with stun again. I'm relying on a 75% stun quite often here, actually. And if it doesn't hit, then I'm in a world of hurt. Luckily for me, it's landed every time. And that should be good enough right here. We got the crit and the win. So that was, you know, I was using under-level dinosaurs for what I was going up against. But they're still strong dinosaurs that I was using. Like, don't get me wrong. This is a specialized incubator here, so who knows, maybe we get some good T-Rex out of this. If you haven't already learned, one thing that you will quickly learn is you can never have enough T-Rex in this game. So Allosaurus for 3,000, nice. Ophiocodon, I'm climbing up. 252 on T-Rex Gen 2. 410 on Gorgosaurus. 247 T-Rex, bringing me up to 48, or 2846. Alright, and finally more Secondontosaurus, almost at 7,000. I do have a 3-hour incubator to open up here, and it won't be as impressive as that last one for sure. Triceratops Gen 2, Mira, and Parasaurus. So there we go. I hope that this helps you. I hope that it gives you an insight into how to go about taking really any of these towers down, is playing the matchups and knowing what you have and setting up your team for success when you initially pick your 4 dinosaurs, the order that you want to use them in. Then hopefully tomorrow, if not, then definitely Monday, we'll start talking about new dinosaurs on the horizon. I'm excited about this. Anyways, that's all I've got for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you learned something, and until next time.